Good evening, everybody. Let's start. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅgham saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Udakaṃ hi nayanti nettikā, usukārā namayanti tejanaṃ, dāruṃ namayanti taccakā, attānaṃ damayanti panditā. The irrigators regulate the water. Fletchers straighten, bend or straighten the arrow shaft. The carpenters bend and shape the wood, and the wise ones tame their mind. Friends, this is an utterance of the Buddha and its simple meaning. Today, I am glad to be here with you, the Dhamma with you. Dhamma is the teachings of the Buddha. The life without Dhamma is unsuccessful, miserable. Therefore, we all need to understand, as humans, we all should understand the Dhamma. The Dhamma is taught by the Buddha. Dhamma means the teachings of the Buddha. It is a rare opportunity to listen to the sublime Dhamma. So, today, for this Dhamma talk, our topic is taming the mind. Before we come to this topic, it is necessary to speak about a few words about this retreat. This retreat is a special retreat. Only one type of retreat here, which is called work weekend retreat. When you got your registration 1 month ahead, you know that you are going to come to Bhavana to work. You all came here with the intention of to do some service, not to Bhante ji, not to me, not to other monks personally, but to the whole community, to the sasana. Sasana means the dispensation of the Buddha. Sasana. S-A-S-A-N-A. Sasana means the dispensation of the Buddha. So, the Bhante, as you know, Bhante ji started this center about 35 years ago with the intention of practicing the Dhamma and to share the Dhamma with people. So, whenever you come here to work, to do some service, to clean the place and to maintain this place, it's a great help for the sasana. So you did this during these days. As you all came here, you worked hard, and we, the Bhavana monastic, we really appreciate your effort, and we again and again be thankful to you, and we wish you good health, longevity and success of your all activities. Whenever you come to a place like this, a monastery, you can do good deeds. As Buddhists, we have to do 3 types of good deeds: dana, Sila and Bhavana. Dana means generosity, sharing. Sila means morality or precepts. Then Bhavana means meditation. So this is a special occasion. This retreat, when you come to this retreat, you first of all share things with others. That is how you practice dana. Dana means not only giving a sort of food and drinks. This is a special gift. That is your energy. You gave here, during this retreat, you gave your energy, which is called Sramadana. Sramadana. You share with, you give your energy, not only energy, and time as well. Energy, time, money, all these things. So you can be happy about this. How you came here and how you worked and how you did some service, some sort of contribution to the sasana for the benefit, for the well-being of this sasana. With that, you all can be very happy about your participation. We appreciate for your participation and your dedication. So with this happiness, happy mind, let's come to the topic. Topic for this Dhamma talk, as I said, is taming the mind. In the time of the Buddha, in the place called Savatthi, where the Buddha lived mostly, one day, while Venerable Sariputta went for a alms round, he went to a certain house of a rich person, where he met a young boy. He was, of course, 7 years old. He was interested to become a monk. So later on, he came to the monastery and became a monk under Venerable Sariputta at the age of 7. So after his ordination, after 7 days, the 8th day, he went to collect alms from house to house with Venerable Sariputta. When he went to collect alms, on their way, he saw some farmers. They divert water into different places. Seeing this, he asked Venerable Sariputta, can this water, even without a consciousness, be diverted to different places as one wishes? Then Venerable Sariputta said yes. Even though it has no consciousness, that can be diverted to different places as one wishes. Then further they went further down to collect alms. And then he saw another place, some fletchers, those who make arrow shaft. He saw how these fletchers, how they shape, how they strengthen the arrow shafts. And then he thought that even this has no consciousness. The arrow shaft has no consciousness, but can be changed, can be shaped, straightened. Then further when he went, he saw another place, some carpenters, they bend wood. Seeing this, again he thought, this wood has no consciousness, but can change, can shape. Then why not me? As I have consciousness, why don't I practice and tame my mind? He got the idea with those things and he wanted to practice straight away, and with the permission of his teacher, Venerable Sariputta, he returned the monastery and he went to his kuti and started to practice. While he was practicing, he got the concentration mind. As his mind was concentrated, he understood things as they were, and he got the opportunity to see through, to penetrate. That is vipassana. With that, he became a stream enterer, and then once returner and non-returner. Now, as a non-returner, he is continuing his practice. While he was practicing, the devas of the monastery, they stopped sort of noise, unnecessary noise around. They kept the place, the environment very calm and quiet. The devas helped him. And at the same time, Venerable Sariputta, now he was coming to see this little monk as he was in his kuti. Venerable Sariputta brought some food to him. Then the Buddha, from his chamber, the Buddha saw that Venerable Sariputta is coming to Venerable Pandita's, when this little monk's room. Seeing that, the Buddha thought that now as he is practicing, he is continuing. If Venerable Sariputta is going to come to the kuti, it will be a disturbance and he could not be able to succeed his meditation. Therefore, Buddha addressed Venerable Sariputta, and on his way, Buddha stopped him and asked some questions. They started to discuss for a few minutes. While this novice, this monk, was continuing his practice, and finally he attained full enlightenment. He became enlightened one, the Arahant. Referring to this, the Buddha said that stanza which I recited at the beginning of the talk. Friends, the Buddha taught us how to tame our mind. He very clearly said this mind can be tamed. This mind can be developed. As we humans, our mind is a developed mind which can be further developed. So, with that idea, the Buddha taught us that it is possible to develop this mind. This so-called man or woman means 5 aggregates and 6 sense bases. When we talk about a man or woman, means 5 aggregates. The Buddha said, the birth of a person means gaining of 5 aggregates and the manifestation of the 6 sense bases. 5 aggregates. What are the 5 aggregates? Form aggregate, feeling aggregate, perception aggregate, volitional formation aggregate, and the consciousness aggregate. These are the 5. So, as we exist, as we live, these 5 are always interdependently existing. 5 aggregates. These 5 aggregates, within this, there is nothing permanent. Everything is ever changing. Everything is activity. There what we see are activity. No entity, no substance here. Therefore, Buddha's instruction is to see these 5 aggregates as not mine, not me, not myself, as impermanent, unsatisfactory, and without a self. 5 aggregates exist time-wise and space-wise. Whether these aggregates, whether past, present or future, time-wise, whether past, present or future, the form, feeling, perception, volitional formation and consciousness, whether past, present or future, whether space-wise, whether it is internal, external, gross or subtle, superior or inferior, far or near, whatever form, whatever feeling, whatever perception, whatever volitional formation and whatever consciousness are to be seen as not mine, not me, not myself, and impermanent, unsatisfactory, without a self. This is the instruction of the Buddha. And also these 6 senses, we have 6 bases, 6 senses: eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind. These are the 6 senses. These 6 senses are to be understood as they really are. Within these, we do not see permanent thing. The senses come to be because of physicality and mentality. The eye comes to be because of physicality and mentality. Ear, nose, tongue, body and mind. Mind means consciousness. So these 6 senses are to be understood as, again, not me, not myself. This not mine, not me, not myself. Impermanent, unsatisfactory, soulless. Why? There are no thing to be grasped. In the eye, there is nothing to be grasped as mine, me or myself. In the ear, the nose, tongue, body and mind. Nothing to be grasped as mine, me, myself, or permanent, happy and as self. There's nothing. That is how one has to see these things. So, the Buddha said, here the person, another aspect is, person means physicality and mentality together with consciousness. Physicality, mentality and consciousness. Physicality here means the 4 elements. We have 4 elements. This form is formed with 4 elements. All matter, whatever called matter, is formed with these 4 elements: earth, water, fire and air. And then what is mentality? Mentality means feeling, perception, volitional formation, contact and attention. These are called mentality. So, physicality and mentality interdependently existing. But this, even though there are 9 factors, 9 things, mentality and physicality, even though there are 9, they cannot exist alone. They need something else. What is that? That is consciousness. That is mind. Without mind, without consciousness, they cannot exist. Therefore, it is to be seen as interdependently existing process. Mentality and physicality exist because of consciousness. Consciousness exists because of mentality and physicality. That is how we to see. This is Dhamma. These are not stories. You to understand this real Dhamma of the Buddha. Buddha taught this Dhamma in order to understand things as they are. We Buddhists practice to see things as they are. So, in order to understand these things, we have to practice, we have to meditate. We have to meditate both concentration and insight. Without meditation, we cannot understand this Dhamma. Buddha very clearly taught us, he gave the technique of meditation which is called tandem meditation. Samatha Vipassana meditation. When we practice this meditation, we can understand this Dhamma. So what is mind? Mind is the fastest energy within and without, in and out, wherever you find. It is the fastest energy, not the light, as the scientists say today. We Buddhists know that it is not light but mind. Mind is the fastest energy in the world. Mind cannot be explained with our language, because our language is very poor. Language is limited. Even in his own language, the Buddha's time, the Buddha used the language called Magadhi or Pali, in which he used 3 different terms to explain mind, the nature of mind. But in our language, we find only 2 words, mind and consciousness. With these 2, it is quite impossible to understand the nature of mind. The Buddha used the term Chitta, Mano and Vijnana, 3 terms. Referring to Chitta, he gave many talks, many different discourses. On many occasions, Buddha mentioned the term Chitta. Once he said, Chitta sankilesa bhikkhave satta sankilessanti. Chitta vodana satta visujjanti. Monks, it is because of the mind. When the mind is defiled, beings are defiled. When the mind is corrupt, the beings become corrupt. That's the meaning. When the mind is defiled, beings are defiled. It's opposite. When the mind is purified, beings are purified. Referring to Chitta, consciousness. Chittena niyati loko, he says. Chittena niyati loko, this world. The world, when the Buddha talk about world, it is true that he realized the nature of the external world, but mainly he referred to ourselves. You are the world. I am the world. Within this is the world. If we can understand about us, then we can understand the world as well, external world as well. So, the Buddha said, Chittena niyati loko. This world is led by mind. Led by this mind, Chitta. Chittena parikasyati. The world is dragged here and there with mind. In such a way, we have to understand this Chitta. The term Mano, the Buddha used the word Mano to explain the nature of mind. In the Dhamma Pada, the Buddha said, Mano pubbangama Dhamma. Mind is the forerunner. In other words, all actions are led by the mind. All actions are led by the mind. Mind is their master. Mind is their maker. Act or speak with a defiled state of mind, then suffering follows as the cart wheel follows the foot of the ox. It's opposite. The Buddha said, all actions are led by the mind. Mind is their master, mind is their maker. Act or speak with a pure state of mind, then happiness follows, as your shadow follows you without departing. You see, the Buddha used the term manu. There he used the term manu. And vijnana, the third term is vijnana. Once he said, achirang vatayang kayu pathaving adisessati shuddho apeta vijnano nirattangva kalingarang. Achirang vatayang kayu. Alas, before long, this body bereft of conscious vijnana, this body will cast down on the ground, cast upon on the ground. Bereft of vijnana, consciousness. Another occasion he said, vijnanang anidassanang. This consciousness is anidassanang, luminous. This consciousness is featureless, no features in it. When the mind, when the consciousness is well developed, purified, then that consciousness is the Arahant's consciousness, which is featureless consciousness. Like that, Buddha explained the three terms. So these three terms, when we talk about these three terms, Chitta, Mano and Vijnana, these three shows us three aspects of mind. First of all, we have to understand what mind is. That is why I try to explain a little bit more about mind. When the mind is connected to heart, it is called Chitta. That is the emotional aspect of mind. Whenever we have emotions, we hold like this. It is because of consciousness, which is called Chitta, emotional aspect of mind. The second aspect of mind is intellectual aspect of mind, memory, referring to memory or intelligence. That is called Mano. The Buddha used the term Mano, which is the intellectual aspect of mind. Then the third one is our mind is connected to senses, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body and mind. When the mind is connected to these six senses, it is called perceptual aspect of mind. Perceptual aspect of mind. In this manner, we have to understand the nature of mind. The Buddha very clearly defined this mind. Some people say there is no thing to be called mind. No mind. If there is no mind, how can one attain bliss, enlightenment, different stages of holy life? There is mind. Without mind, no existence. Without mind, what exists? Matter. Matter cannot feel, cannot perceive things, cannot think. Matter cannot think because it is not a consciousness. Whatever matter is senseless, consciousless, no consciousness in matter. But beings, only beings can develop mind. Only beings, even of all beings, humans have that opportunity to develop this mind. So when we practice, develop our mind, we can come to different stages of holy life, like stream enterer, once returner, non-returner, and the arahants. These are different levels. So when we think of mind, the Buddha has defined mind very clearly in the Dhammapada. Those who are interested, please read the Dhammapada, which is the book in which you find 423 different verses, where there is a chapter called the mind, Chitta Vagga, where the Buddha very clearly defined this mind. He said, Pandanang chapalang chittam. Pandanang, the nature of mind is, it is flickering. He said, flickering, fickle mind. Flickering, fickle mind. Pandanang chapalang, flickering, fickle mind. Pandanang chapalang chitta. Durakang, it is difficult to protect. Dunnivaryang, it is difficult to cover, guard. Ujung karoti medavi, it is the wise one, wise person who strengthened this mind. Wise person. Ujung karoti medavi. Usukarova tejanang, just like the fletcher who strengthens the arrow shaft. Again he says, Dunnigahas lahunu yatta kama nipatino chittas damato sadhu chittang dantang sukhavaham. Dunnigahas. It is impossible to simply insult or look down the mind. You cannot control this mind. It is impossible. Tunnigahas. Lahuno, it is so subtle. Mind is so subtle. Yatta kama nipatino, it drops wherever it likes, not we like. It drops wherever it likes. Yatta kama nipatino. Chittas damato sadhu. It is wonderful. It's great. It's excellent that you tame your mind. It's wonderful. It's excellent. Chittas damato sadhu. Chittang dantang sukhavahang. When the mind is tamed, it brings happiness. Again, the Buddha says, Sududdasang, it is difficult to see. Mind, you cannot see the mind. Sududdasang, sunipuna, it's so subtle. Yatta kama nipatinang, it drops wherever it likes. Chittang guttang sukhavaham. The Buddha said, when you protect this mind, it brings happiness. Protect your mind. Guard your mind. Tame your mind. This is how the Buddha taught us. Durangamang, it goes far away, far and far. Durangamang. Ekacharang, it goes, it dwells alone. It goes wherever it goes. Go alone. Ekacharang. Asarirang, no body. Bodiless. Mind has no particular body. Guhasayang, it dwells in the cave. In this cave. Yes, chittang sanyamessanti, he who tames this mind, mokkanti marabandhanam, release from the trap of Mara. Like that, Buddha has defined this mind. This mind, our mind is defiled. Buddha very clearly said, our mind is defiled with many adventitious defilements. In the Anguttara Nikaya, the numerical discourses, Buddha very clearly said, monks, this mind is luminous, though it is defiled with the adventitious defilement, uninvited defilements. What are the defilements? Mainly greed, hatred and delusion. And then sensual desire, 5 hindrances. You know the 5 hindrances. Sensual desire. It is because of sensual desire our mind is defiled. Mind becomes dirt. It's sensual desire. Ill will. Second one, ill will. Then laziness and sleepiness. Then restlessness and worry. And doubt. These are the basic things. It is because of these 5 hindrances our mind is corrupt. These are to be subdued, calmed down. When we subdue these 5 hindrances, our mind is purified. Then we can develop our mind. We can tame our mind. As long as there are these 5 hindrances, it is difficult to tame this mind. These 5 hindrances are to be seen and to be removed. In the Majjhima Nikaya, middle length sayings of the Buddha once delivered a special discourse named Vattupama Sutta. Vattupa means the simile of the cloth. Referring to a cloth, the Buddha said, suppose a person, a dyer, wants to dye a cloth. As he wants to dye a cloth, he has different colors. Though the cloth is not clean, it is impure, it's not clean one, it's dirty. Even though the dyer tries to dye this cloth, this dirty cloth, he cannot get the right color. He cannot dye, he cannot get the right color. He cannot get the proper brightness of the cloth. Why? Because the cloth is dirty. And again he said, if the dyer has the clean cloth, a clean one, pure one piece of cloth, then he can dye it properly. He can get the right color and the right brightness of the cloth. Why? Because the cloth is clean, dirtless. It's clean one. Like that, our mind is with many different impurities, imperfections. These imperfections are to be removed, to be expelled, to be abandoned, eventually to be relinquished. Then only we can cultivate our mind so that we can attain different stages of holy life. And finally, can attain supreme bliss. The Buddha in this particular discourse, simile of the cloth, the Buddha pointed out 16 different types, 16 type of imperfections, defilements. I'll name these 16 just for you to understand it. Buddha said, covetousness and unrighteous greed is an imperfection, defilement. Covetousness and unrighteous greed. That is the first one. Second one. Ill will. Ill will is an imperfection, defilement. Third, anger. Fourth, revenge. Fifth, contempt. Sixth, domineering attitude. Seventh, envy. Eighth, avarice. 9, deceit. 10, fraud. 11, obstinacy. 12, presumption. 13, conceit. 14, arrogance. 15, vanity. And 16, negligence. These are the 16 imperfections to be abandoned, to be removed from our mind. When we remove this from our mind is clear. With this clear mind, we can develop confidence, which is an indispensable factor for the practice. At the very beginning, we all need confidence. In Pali, Shraddha, Saddha. Confidence is very important. Confidence, in other words, faith. But we Buddhists don't use the term faith. If we want to use, we use together with faith with wisdom. We don't use the term simply faith, because there is blind faith. We do not accept such faith. Faith with wisdom is all right, which is called in the Buddhist context, it is called Akaravati Saddha. Faith with wisdom. So as the practitioners, everybody should have confidence. Confidence in the Buddha, confidence in the Dhamma, confidence in the Sangha. When we have confidence in the Buddha, we think of the qualities of the Buddha. There are different qualities. Whenever we think of these qualities, we can develop our confidence in the Buddha. Buddha's qualities, Buddha's virtue cannot be counted. We cannot understand, we cannot count these qualities of the Buddha, just like the waves in the ocean. We cannot count. But the Buddha himself has condensed these great virtues of the Buddha into 9 great virtues. Buddha is the worthy one. He is the worthy one. He has not done evil, unwholesome things, even in secret. He has broken the hub of the sansaric cycle. Therefore, he is called Araha. Araha is the first quality, first virtue of the Buddha. Arahang. You to think of this Arahang. Even we can meditate on this, repeat in Arahang, 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 like that. We can repeat it and practice that quality. And the second one is Samma Sambuddha. Second quality is Samma Sambuddha. Why he is called Samma Sambuddha? His enlightenment is a self-awakening. It is not something given from outside. Therefore, he is called self-awakened one. Samma Sambuddha. Then the third one, Vicca Charana Sampanna. The Buddha is endowed with knowledge and conduct. Vicca Charana Sampanna. Then Sugata. Sugata means well-gone one. Well-gone one. Sugata. Lokavidu, the knower of the world. Anuttara Purisa Dhamma Sarati, the supreme trainer of persons to be tamed. Sattha Deva Manussanam, the teacher of gods and humans. Buddha, the one who bloomed the flower of wisdom. Bhagava, the blessed one. These are the 9 great virtues of the Buddha. So we have to think of these qualities of the Buddha. Then we can develop our confidence. And at the same time, we have to think the qualities of the Dhamma as well. Because Buddha, where there is Buddha, there is Dhamma and the Sangha. These are called triple gem. Therefore, we have to recollect the qualities of the Dhamma and the Sangha as well. Dhamma was well expounded by the Buddha. There are 6 qualities of Dhamma. Well expounded by the Buddha. Directly visible, unaffected by time, calling one to come and see, leading on words to be realized by the wise. These are the 6 qualities of the Dhamma. These are to be recollected. These are to be reflected on and practice meditation. Develop our mind. Develop our confidence. Then the qualities of the Sangha. The order of the Sublime One's disciple is practicing well. The order of the Sublime One's disciple is of upright conduct. The order of the Sublime One's disciple has entered the right path. The order of the Sublime One's disciple is practicing correctly. That is the 4 pairs and 8 individuals. There are 4 pairs, means 8 individuals of the Sangha. They are worthy of offerings and hospitality, worthy of gift and salutation. They are the supreme field of merit for the world. In such a way, we to understand that there are 9 great virtues of the Sangha as well. So together with all these, 24 qualities, virtues of the triple gem. First of all, we have to think of this and develop our confidence. When we develop our confidence, what will happen? Then gladness arises. This is how we develop our mind, how we tame our mind. In order to tame our mind, we have to develop, increase our confidence. Then gladness arises. This is the way. Gladness arises. Pamujjang. Gladness arises. When we have gladness, we then want to practice. We want to share with others, practice generosity. Then we observe precepts. We never break our precepts. We continue our practice. That is how we tame our mind. With this, we want to practice meditation. Then we sit and practice. What can we do? We can extend metta, love and friendliness to all beings, irrespective of their simple differences. Without any discrimination, we can practice metta, love and friendliness. O karuna, compassion. O mudita, appreciative joy. Or upekha, equanimity. Or even we can practice mindfulness of breathing. These are different methods to practice. Whenever we practice in this manner, then rapture rises. Rapture rises. Whenever we have rapture, tranquility arises. Whenever we have tranquility, happiness arises. Happiness leads to concentration, full concentration. When the mind is concentrated, the Buddha very clearly said, when the mind is concentrated, you can see through. Vipassana, not only concentration, you can see through. That is called vipassana, where you can understand, you gain the knowledge of seeing things as they really are. Yatha bhuta jnana dassana. You can see things as they are. When you see as they are, what can you see? You can see three marks, three characteristics. These are called three characteristics of all existence. All existence. What are the three marks? Things are, you can see, things are ever changing, nothing unchanging. Then you can see whatever is changing, it is unsatisfactory. When you grasp it, it is unsatisfactory. Then you can see of this process of changing, there is nothing unchanging, no entity, no substance, which is called soullessness, impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, and soullessness. These are the three marks, three characteristics of all things in the world. You can see this because of concentrated mind. As the mind is concentrated, you can see this, and with this you can come to the state of disenchantment. What is disenchantment? You are not going to enchant, not going to grasp things as your own. You know the uselessness of things, meaninglessness of things. With that, you simply give it up mentally, give it up. That's because of disenchantment. Disenchantment leads to dispassion. Then dispassion leads to liberation. Liberation from taints. Then you can be a taints-free person, which is called kaya jnana. Complete destruction of all defilements, all taints. Taints are connected, interdependent with ignorance. You to either destroy ignorance or taints. Whichever is destroyed, then you become a taintless person. Khina sava. The Pali term is khina sava. Taints means asava. Taints. There are three types of taints. Taints of sensuality, taints of existence, taints of ignorance. These three are to be cut off, to be destroyed. Once you destroy these three taints, you become a taintless, means enlightened one, the Arahant. Friends, this is how the Buddha taught us the Dhamma, taught us the way to tame this mind. If we tame this mind in this manner, in our daily life we can be happy, we can live peacefully, happily. If we develop our mind for the perfection, we can become enlightened ones, the Arahants in the world. So let's all understand the significance of this Dhamma. As you all got together, as you came for this special retreat, you worked hard and you acquired a great deal of merit, and today also you work hard, and now this evening you listen to a Dhamma talk. By doing all these good deeds, you all acquire a great deal of merit. By the power of all these good deeds, all this merit, may we all attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.